Friday the 13th, those two in a row, just like that, I think that's what started it all.
Tom Savini's effects were crucial to the popularity of those films.
Jason from Friday the 13th, the first one, was, I kept thinking of this guy that I saw in my neighborhood when I was a kid. He was misshapen. He had a big ear that was pushed down here, and it was lower than the other ear. So he needed to be retarded, he needed to be hydrocephalic or a pinhead or something like that, you know. So if you can do that and make it look like there's bone structure beneath all these deformations, then the audience buys it. I stood outside of a theater waiting to walk in to watch this movie, and I heard the whole theater scream at the top of their lungs. And I says, wow, you know. So I go in, I forget all about the audience screaming, and then we all scream when Jason came up. So the point is, it worked. You felt something.
By far the most popular figure, for better or worse, has been Jason, has been the masked, psychotic, deformed killer. Readers write in describing Jason as if they're talking about Willie Mays.
I chose it because they called it the final chapter, and I got to kill Jason. I gave him birth in part one. It's like a Frankenstein syndrome. I'm taking care and killing my monster that I created, okay? Plus, they paid me a fortune. My old friend Jason has been sliced, diced. I mean, he's been killed 58 times. I mean, the guy's unstoppable. I wanted him to be ugly, you know. In my mind, Jason had to look like a 38-year-old version of the kid, you know, from part one. But it involved doing a whole sculpture of a whole head and then breaking it down into individual appliances to be stuck on to the actor. And I had never done anything like that, but Dick Smith had. Dick Smith, by the way, is the master, the greatest makeup artist in the world. Finally won an Academy Award that he's deserved for 40 years, you know. Dick Smith, when he invents a technique, he'll write it down, then he'll type it up, then he'll mimeograph it, and send it off to us, you know, if we ask, you know. He shares, you know, the secrets. If it wasn't for him, the state of the art would not be where it is today. Now we got to kill Jason, but it's got to be dramatic. 4 movies this guy's been rubbing out teenagers, you know, now it's his turn to get it. So I had this machete from Dawn of the Dead that we used to, you know, split the guy's head, you know. So I said, that's it, that's how we'll kill Jason.
Jason!
No way to slide down a machete, realistically, unless we, you know, do a traveling mat or something, you know. So we had to do it mechanically. So we built this thing. We tested it over and over and over again with water, you know, for the bleeding. But the idea of somebody getting hit and then sliding on the blade, what a payoff. They were screaming their lungs off. And there's our reward. You know, we have to wait a year later to get our reward, and there it was, and it was worth it.